behind the vase of flowers living with the birthday card are three other vases with flowers that are desiccated and dried out. This is a kind of picture of our judicial system. There appears to be life in the front, in the foreground, with the formalities, the proceedings, people waiting to be heard, and so on. But behind the illusion of operative courts where justice is the goal, there's only dead forms, lifeless forms, dried out programs and policies and rituals. I am the reporter who sues public officials as part of my coverage in the radio business. And there is much disappointment in the way the courts are running. And many fine points of law that people discuss with me in their analyses, their treatises on how we got here and what they need to be doing, are in a way beside the point, because the judges don't hear fine points. Judges in Tennessee reject clear challenges to subject matter jurisdiction of their courts because they have a policy that they're following. And the policy is in favor of finance and the state. It's not in favor of the pro per petitioner, the pro se defendant. In my experience, no. I'm the man who sued the governor here in Tennessee for fraud under COVID-19 in 2020. And throughout an 878-day ordeal, the state maintained that I didn't have any standing to sue because I hadn't been injured, despite a 5-page affidavit of injuries on five different areas: being destroyed in my radio business, being thrown out of the courts, and other points that were showing specific, unique injuries to me, not shared with other people. Fraud runs our court system, and indifference to justice controls. And the origin of this is the Christian people, because they have done the same thing with God. They've turned their back on him. They've become antinomian, which is to say against law. They've rejected God's laws, claiming that, well, if we have grace, we don't have God's laws. God's laws are irrelevant, and it really doesn't matter what the public official does, what the civic life, the public life is all about. We just have to concern ourselves with individual salvation. They've individualized and privatized the gospel, just as the judges have privatized and individualized the law, serving themselves, serving their allies in the guild. We have the appearance of justice, but not the substance behind it, only death and dried out leaves.